Hi there, and welcome to day 4 of my video series of using the gift bag punch board. And today I'm really excited to show you the bag I have to share with you today, because I worked out how you could use the board with a few adjustments to make cafe style bags. And again, you can do them in an assortment of sizes. So here's a couple of examples that I'd made to show you. So this is quite a large one that I've used the new No Bones About It stamp set. I love this stamp set with the dinosaur, it's so cute. So there's one like that. I also did a smaller one into which I die cut a little window. As long as it's big enough, or small enough I should say, to fit through your big shot, then you can cut little windows into these. So I'm going to show you today. They have got the proper cafe style closures where it wraps around the back. So these come out and this would open up and you put your treats inside. So you fold it over and wrap them round. And of course you can use any colour card or paper to make these from. So let me show you today how you can make cafe style bags using your gift bag punch board. I'm going to make that small size today, although I'm not going to cut a window into it. So I have a piece of card that is 10 inches wide, because we're going to be making it to the small side. You then decide how high you want your bag to be. You need to add on that 1 1/4 inches for the base, and for the cafe style tie at the top you need to add 1 inch on. So to make this small size bag, this is the bag I'm going to be making for you today, this piece of card is 6 3/4 inches high and 10 inches wide. And to start with, we just do the base of the bag the same as we have done all week. So I'll whiz through that. Don't forget that horizontal score line. I told you I forget. I think I've proved that every day this week. And that final punch, my paper's all moving around. There we are. And we're finished with the board again for now. But to create the tie bit, we need to put some score lines in along this edge. So grab your scoring tool, and popping the top edge in, you need to score at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. There we are. Then there are my score lines. I hope you can see them along the top of there. Now you have to work out which panel is the front and back of your bag. This needs to be the back, because you need wraparound parts from here to create the wraparound for the cafe style, which don't have over here. So this needs to be the back. And if you're not sure, you can do what I do and mark up a little post-it note so that you can remember which is the front and which is the back. So I've got a pencil because I'm just going to show you which bits you now don't need and which bits you're going to keep. So I'm going to cross out the bits that we're going to cut away. But essentially we're keeping the section above the back and half of each side. So that's going up to that centre score line, the one that goes up the middle of the sides. The rest of it we don't need. So we're going to cut away that bit, and we're going to cut away that bit. And we're left with the bit above the back and halfway across both sides. So I'll go ahead and cut those out now. And now, just so that we can wrap those pieces around, we just need to cut along the score line that's the half of the side. So it's still attached completely all along the top of the back. But those bits where it extends over half the side panel, we're just going to cut there. And that's all the preparing we need to do. So if you want to stamp on your bag at all, now would be the time to do it. Today I'm using the stamp set Sweet Stack that is again designed to coordinate with the Sweetie Pie Thinlits. I don't actually have my Thinlits yet, they're on back order, but like I said yesterday, you should definitely go ahead and use your stamps on other projects. You shouldn't limit it just to... So I'm going to stamp some of those squiggles down the front of my bag. Now we'll get it all ready before we stick it all together. So, like we have done in the past, we don't need that little flap. We can get rid of that. And I'm just going to take a little angle off of there to neaten that up too. For the cafe style bag bit, you can just fold these and wrap them round and stick them as they are. But if you want it to be really traditional like the ones I've made, they actually have a piece of wire inside, and that's what holds them in place. So if you want to do that, I found some really thin jewellery wire in my stash, but I've also used head pins that you use for making earrings, and I just cut the head off, and I've used those if you just need short thin pieces of wire. So if we turn it over, we're going to put some sticky tape onto both of the halves that make up, because if you remember it was 1/2 inch and 1 inch, so it's basically an inch scored in half. So I'm going to put some tape along there, take the backing off of this one. I'm fairly close to the middle, and I've tried to get my piece of wire as straight as I can. It can be a bit tricky. I'm going to stick it as close to the centre as I can manage based on how straight my wire is. And then you can remove the other bit of tape backing, and then you're just going to fold these over so these two stick together. There we go. And the wire's all caught up inside. If you just make it slightly longer than the length of that piece, so it doesn't stick out, so nobody's going to get jabbed. But you've stuck that nicely in there, and that score line would fold over again, and you can see how the cafe style part is going to work. So now we can go ahead and assemble our bag the same way we have done every day this week. And get rid of that now, because I know that's the bag. Like that. Base is up. Remember to do those side scores today. And then some tape. Round the side first. And then the pieces for the base. I'll try not to stick it to the table today like I did yesterday. There we are. So, sides in. Try and get it straight. This bag's quite small for me to get my hand inside, I have to admit. Maybe you've got smaller hands than me. So there we are. And then, like a traditional cafe bag, this just folds over the top like that, and then you just fold these round to the back, and because of the wire in there, they will stay there. So there's how they look from the back. You can easily open and close it many times to get your treats in and out. And then just to finish it off today, just another little stamped element from that Sweet Stack stamp set. We'll just pop that on there just to finish the bag off. So there you are, that's how you make cafe style bags. And say I did this one in which I die cut a window. As long as your height isn't so much that you can't sort of maneuver it into the big shot, you can use any die really in there. You just have to make sure there's enough room, because obviously your tab sticks in here, so you don't want to go too far apart. A big window wouldn't look realistic anyway, but a small window is quite nice. So those were the same size. This dinosaur one, I started with a piece of card 9.5 inches high and 12 inches wide, and I used the large size of bag on the board to give me the extra height and width. But other than that, it's made in exactly the same way as that one. I just started with a slightly larger piece of card. So I hope you like the idea of being able to use your punch board to make cafe style bags, and I hope you'll stop by to see what I have for you tomorrow. I know some of you are going to find it a real treat, because a bag you've all been asking me for, I found a way of creating on the new gift bag punch board. It's a little fiddly and you might want to take notes, but it will be worth it because I know you all really love the bag that it creates. So I'll see you then. Bye.